So you need to know which business credit cards that offer a 0% interest for up to 18 months. You need 25 of them? Well, look no further because on this video, I'm going to not only be breaking down 25 plus, yeah, I got some bonuses, business credit cards that offer 0% interest. I'm going to tell you how long the 0% interest is offered. And I'm even going to tell you how to qualify for each one of these 0% business credit cards. So go ahead and strap in because without any further ado, let's get it. What's going on? It's Colin Brown here from Business Credit Unlimited and I'm back. So today we're going to go over the top 25 business credit cards that offer 0% interest. Now, when it comes to this list, be strategic. Just because I'm giving you all these banks, this is not a bank or a list that you go from top to bottom and just apply for every single card you see here, right? Don't get it twisted. Do not apply for these business credit cards just because you see them here. You should apply based on these cards fitting your funding strategy. It's a lot deeper than just seeing a business credit card and just applying for it, right? You must consider what credit bureau each bank pulls from, the requirements from each bank, and if the bank does business in your state, etc. That's just the absolute bare minimum, but there are plenty of other things that you have to consider. Like the requirements from each bank is one of the most important things to consider when applying for funding. It says here, different data points to consider are the inquiry requirements from each state, their minimum credit score requirements, minimum credit utilization requirements, et cetera, because each bank, they're just gonna have a different way of looking at things, of evaluating the applicants that come in, right? So it's something that you have to take in mind. Like one bank may be inquiry sensitive. What does that mean? It means that if you have, say, over 3 inquiries, you can be denied even if you have an 850 personal credit score and your business is doing well. You have to consider that. And some banks are more lenient with credit utilization, and some banks are more strict when it comes to credit utilization. Those small nuances make all the difference. So don't say I didn't warn you. Speaking of, first, let's go over some of the requirements that would help you get approved for each bank that you go to. All right. So when it comes to personal credit, right? If you have a 750 plus personal credit score, that does not mean that you qualify for all of these cards, but it does mean that you have a much better chance than somebody even with a 720, a 700. Okay. Now, within the 750 plus credit score, your utilization, you're going to want that at 3 to 9%. I know you hear 30% all the time, but if you want to get approved for the highest limits, your personal utilization needs to be low. Credit history, 5+ years. Well, let me talk about that for a second. Credit history, I mean your personal credit card history, because when it comes to business credit cards that offer 0% interest, the banks are going to be looking at what we call comparable credit, which is the most similar product the most similar product to a business credit card, which is going to be a personal credit card. So the longer that you've had and maintained and pretty much, yeah, have it and maintain and leverage a personal credit card effectively, the more likely that it is that a bank will look at what you got going on and say, you know what? Okay, well, cool. They've managed this well, so they're going to manage the 0% business credit card well. 5+ years is great. Average age, Credit Karma normally gives you the average age. 3+ years is fine. Your average age doesn't have to be 5 years, but normally you're going to want your credit history to be 5+ years. Highest limit, 10K plus, really 25K plus is going to put you in a prime position. Just on one limit, your total limits, 25K plus, really 50K plus will put you in prime position. But do you need that to actually be approved for these business credit cards? No. But if you want to have the highest rate of your approval rate and getting a higher limit. And I consider a higher limit anything past 10K, you're doing pretty good. 25K, that's a really high limit, and anything past 25, you're doing amazing. Even though we help our clients get those types of limits, if you're doing it on your own without like a relationship manager, you just applying online, 15 to 25K is still considered a high limit to me because it's hard to get those limits higher than that if you don't have a relationship manager. You don't know exactly what you're doing. Okay, so I'm assuming if you're here, you're either looking to do it yourself or you could possibly be looking to hire me in the team. But either way, that's what a higher limit is to me. And so your total credit limits, when you add all your personal credit cards together, 25K plus or 50K plus. No negatives. Right now, if you have a late payment that's past 2 years, sometimes you can get away with it. But for the most part, if you want to get approved for these business credit cards to the best, well, not to the best of your ability, I end this out. If you want to get approved for the business credit cards you see here with the highest limit and the highest approval rate, then no negatives, okay? For business, you need some cash to play with to build relationships with the banks. 10K plus is great. Business revenue, if you're making 15 to 25K plus, hey, you're going to be more likely to be able to get approved for these banks. Business age, 3+ years, that's going to put you in prime position. And if you have established relationships with major banks, it's going to help too as well. And a strong relationship, I have this here on the screen. I went over this in plenty of other videos. I'm really ready to go ahead and get to the 25 business credit cards that I have here. So let's get down to them. 25 business credit cards that offer 0% interest. Let's start with the business credit cards that only offer 6 months. So what this means, by the way, just in case you're not familiar, this doesn't mean that you don't make a minimum payment at all. Sometimes people think that means that you don't make a payment at all for, say, in this case, 6 months. No, it means that you don't pay interest for that amount of time, but you still have a minimum payment that you have to pay. Okay. So the first card up here is the American Express Business Gold Card, which offers a 0% APR for 6 months on purchases eligible for pay over time. So American Express has a pay over time feature that allows you to essentially pay over time. Now, this is a charge card. A charge card, typically, you would have to pay that statement in full every single month. But with this, you don't have to. With the pay over time feature, you don't. So the American Express Business Code. Now, I had all of the banks pulled up. This is not the right. Let me check something real quick, guys. I'll be right back. Okay, I knew I had all these up. So the business goal, here it is right here. This is, I think this is specific to me. You can get 200,000 membership rewards points, which is pretty much like having $2,000, give or take, really depending on how you use these points, if you spend 15,000 within 3 months. But either way, we're here for the 0% APR. So 0% APR for 6 months. This is the business gold here from American Express. All right. Now, let's go back here. The next, obviously, there's a lot of cards, right? So I'm going to be speeding through some of them. You have the Regions Business Visa credit card here. Regions, this bank is not in every single state. So you do need to check to see if this is in, for lack of better terms, or no pun intended, in your region. All right. They offer 6 months. Everest Bank, I put the states that Everest Bank is located in. This is going to be a bank that a lot of you guys probably don't know about. Everest Bank, they're in Arkansas, Kansas, Missouri, and in Oklahoma. They also offer a 0% business credit card for 6 months. Okay. So you see right there, it's the Everest corporate card. Now, West Alabama Bank. So West Alabama Bank is a bank local here to California. Not California. Local here to Alabama, excuse me. I'm in Alabama. West Alabama bank. If we look here, they have 4 business credit cards actually. So this bank is local here to Alabama, and it has 4 different business credit cards that offer a 0% introductory rate for 6 months. As we're about to see here, you see annual interest rate, APR, for first 6 billing cycles. But guess what? It's also for balance transfers, which is rare. That's why I wanted to bring it up. And look what's even more rare. Check this out. 0% introductory APR for first 6 billing cycles on a cash advance. Hold on, y'all. if some of y'all, if you caught what I'm getting at here, drop a comment. Let me know if you know what you're looking at here. But I'll just leave it at that. Even though this bank here though is local, there are other banks that offer a very similar product, or they offer very similar products. Excuse me. As these business credit cards here. So that's why I'm throwing it out there. But I can't give y'all everything right here. I can't give you every single bank. We'll be here all day, right? But I actually only put 3, but there's 4 different business credit cards there that offer 0% APR for 6 months. So let's go to the next bank, which is going to be FNBO, or the First National Bank of Omaha, which is also regional. There is a hack that you can use to kind of get in here. Not sure if they patched that up or not. I haven't tested it in a minute, but even if you aren't local, there's a way to kind of get in with FNBO. But either way, the Evergreen Business Credit Card here does offer a 0% APR for the first 6 billing cycles, aka 6 months. Okay. And I'm going to it on screen so you'll know what it looks like. Okay. The Synovus Business Credit Card offers 6 months on purchases, balance transfers, and overdraft protection. Okay, they actually have 2 business credit cards. Synovus does. They also are regional. I believe they're only in 4 different states. They're here in Alabama. I don't want to say and be wrong. I think Tennessee, like South Carolina, and then one other state. But either way, excuse me, they do offer 0% interest on 2 of their business credit cards. Okay, guys. Now let's keep going on the list. That was number 8 and number 9. Let's go to bank number 10, or at least business credit card number 10. That's going to be KeyBank. KeyBank offers the KeyBank business credit card, which is going to be 0% interest for 6 months. Okay, on this business credit card right here. Valley Bank. Valley Bank offers 6 months of 0% interest on their business credit cards too as well, or at least on the Visa business credit card. They do 0% APR for purchases for the first 6 months. Also a 1% unlimited cash back. So if you spend $20,000 on it, you'll get $200 back in cash back. If you're already spending this money, $200 is great for doing nothing, because the higher that goes, hey, 200,000 is 2,000. And again, you get that for doing absolutely nothing that you weren't already going to do. So it's amazing. All right, now let's move on with the business credit cards that offer 0% interest for 9 months. First up, we have BMO Harris with the Platinum Rewards business credit card that offers 0% APR for 9 months. They do have 2 of them. We'll get to the other one momentarily. But for now, I'm talking about the BMO Business Platinum Rewards credit card, 0% APR for 9 months. Okay. And next up, we have the PNC Cash Rewards business credit card, which offers a 0% APR for 9 months. Okay. Let's go to PNC. So it is the PNC Cash Rewards that offers this one right here. This one offers 0% APR for 9 months. Okay, PNC Bank, which is in most states. Okay, but PNC, you do have to come correct. They don't just accept anybody, right? They just don't accept anybody. So you do have to build a relationship and know what you're doing. But hey, if you know what you're doing, you can get approved for this PNC Cash Rewards and get 9 months of 0% interest. So that way you can spend on whatever you want to spend on and not pay any interest on it, right? That's what we're here for. And then the next one is the Visa business credit card. Right here also is going to be, no, that one is, it's this one right here, the Visa business credit card, Visa points, which is going to be 9 months too as well. We'll get to the other ones momentarily. Now, business credit cards that offer 0% interest for 12 plus months. First up bat, we have the Fifth Third Simply business credit card that offers 0% interest for 12 months. For 12 months, y'all, 0% interest. So this bank is also not in every single state. So you do have to check to make sure that it's in your state, but it does offer that 0% APR for 12 months if it applies to you, okay? So that's Fifth Third Bank. Now, next up the bat, Chase. Let's go ahead and get Chase out the way. We got Chase Inc. Unlimited and Chase Inc. Unlimited. Chase Inc. Business Cash. All right, that offers 0% APR for 12 months. I don't even think I put Chase up here because, we talk about Chase all the time here on the page. We go to Chase. You guys should be familiar with their business credit cards. So the Chase Inc. Let me go to business credit cards. Look, guys, it's the Inc. Business Unlimited that offers the 0% for 12 months. And the Inc. Business Cash. I've seen people, even clients, that just wasn't paying attention, that went for some of the other cards that didn't offer 0%. So you have to be very, very careful here, okay? Make sure it's only the Inc. Business Cash or the Inc. Business Unlimited if you're looking to go for 0%, all right? Those are the ones for Chase. 12 months, won't pay a dime on interest. Now, the PNC Business Visa, I passed by that one earlier, that actually offers 13 months of 0% interest. So you see that? And this is also on balance transfers too as well. So there it is, that green business credit card right there from PNC Bank. Next up, we have the Wells Fargo Signify Business Cash card that offers a 0% APR for 12 months, as you see here, okay? 12 months. Wells Fargo Bank. Wells Fargo, it's a decent bank. They I talk about this here and there. They came down with a few legal issues, but for the most part, it's a decent bank. Okay. U.S. Bank Business Triple Cash Rewards Card, 0% APR for purchases and balance transfers for 12 months. So this is U.S. Bank. One of my favorite banks. I really like U.S. Bank. So here is the Platinum Card for 12 months right here, as we see here. And then they also offer I went to the Platinum first, but also the Triple Cash is one of their cards too as well that offers the 0% interest. So here's the Triple Cash. This is 0% for 12 months, and you see it right there. Okay. Now, U.S. Bank. Oh no. Next up, BMO Harris. That's the other business credit card right here. It actually offers 0% APR for 12 months. Okay, that's the BMO Business Platinum. That's why I'm going over these individually, because depending on your needs, you may only be looking for 9 months, or you may already have that one and you need to go for the other one. It is important to pay attention to which card it is. Sometimes y'all think it don't matter. Oh, it's just Chase, so I'm just apply for one of the cards, and then you get one that's not 0%, or I don't know, you apply for the same car twice. That happens too. Some of y'all may be thinking, what in the world? But no, it happens. So y'all got to pay attention to these things. All the nuance matters. All right. Now, Mid-South Bank, it also is a bank that is not everywhere, but it offers 4 business credit cards. Yeah, you heard me right. 4 business credit cards that offers 0% interest. Not just offers it, but offers it for 12 months. The Cash Rewards, Rewards Platinum, Visa Signature, and the Platinum Edition Visa, says our lowest rate card, all offer 0% interest for 12 months. Okay. You can see it right here, and on balance transfers too as well, which is very important. All right. But it still has to be a part of your strategy, right? And there are similar banks that offer this same offer that is not Mid-South Bank, that may be located in your state, just in case Mid-South is not in the state that you live in or your business is located in. And last but not least, we have American Express to round out the list. You see, I went all the way to 28. I said 25, but since some of the banks have multiple cards, I figured we can go, a little bit over 25. So American Express, they offer the Blue Business Plus credit card, and they offer the Blue Business Cash. So you have to keep that in mind. All right. When you're going for one of the cards, because American Express has a lot of business credit cards, a lot of personal cards too, but in particular, they have a lot of business credit cards. So again, make sure you're going for the business credit cards with American Express that actually offer the 12 months of 0% interest, if that's what you're looking for them. But if you're here, I'm assuming you are looking for the 0% interest, right? Now, like I've stated, you want this to be in a funding strategy. You want to be strategic. You don't want to watch this video and then just go to the bank and just start applying, right? A lot of times people think it's that easy because they may watch videos on Instagram, may watch videos here on YouTube, and either the person is presenting it that way, or they just think it's that easy just in general. Oh, it's just an application. It's not. When you're going on the business side, there are 3 times more the things to worry about than you do on the personal side. A personal credit application is just like income, monthly spend if they do ask for that. Sometimes they ask for education level, and then sometimes they'll ask like how much you pay in rent or mortgage. If you know how to answer those right, you're pretty much good if your personal profile is good. But on the business side, when you have a whole entity that you have to worry about, and they're a lot more, risk adverse when it comes to lending money to you, because this is a business. We know businesses in general have a nature of volatility, right? Like kind of up and down. You never know, when a business is going to do well and when it's not. So, every bank is not just going to be breaking down the doors to give you funding for them if you don't know exactly what you're doing and if you don't set it up correctly. So again, be strategic. Actually go to bankbranchlocator.com or something like that. Go look at your state, see what banks are available in your state based on this list here. And then you want to be strategic from there. Build relationships first. Know which banks to apply for first, second, third, fourth, fifth, however many cards that you need and how much that you need. And you need to know how much they even give out, because some banks are going to give out higher limits than others, especially depending on your relationships, so on and so forth. But hey, look, if you don't want to figure all this out for yourself, because that's what we do for all of our clients, right? And not only that, the cool part is that we have already done the work with having relationships with these different banks. So that way we can connect you with an established business relationship manager that can get you higher approval rates, higher limits than you would get by yourself. So if you want that guidance, you want to do it the right way, just hit the description box below, set up a call with me and the team. We'll go over first your personal credit and see if we're even a good fit or not. This is not just a click here and then you just start paying and you just start going in, because we care a lot about working with someone that we actually can get results for. So we will go over a call, go for everything top to bottom, see if we're a good fit. If we are, let's go. If you want to, if not, it doesn't matter. I'll put you on the right path of what you need to do to actually get to the point where you can apply. But either way, if you want to take that action, you know where to go. That is pretty much it. Well, you know what to do from here. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, because guess what? I'm not letting up. Who you know dropping value like this, man? Make sure you hit the like button. Don't play. Hit the like button right now. And make sure you comment too as well, because the comments, they also help the algorithm push this video out for other business owners so they can see this information. But that's pretty much it. See y'all in the next one. Peace.